Welcome back. During the break, Gary told me something really interesting, something I hadn't expected at all. Can you repeat for the audience what you told me during the commercial?
Sure. I personally don't think it's too unusual, but something I do on the side is write erotica.
Wow. I've never met anyone who writes erotica.
Actually, you probably have and just don't know it. After all, erotica isn't really something that people discuss on a day-to-day basis. Can you imagine chatting with colleagues, and as a conversation about the latest political fights in Washington finally ends, someone says, "Hey guys, I need some thoughts about how to flesh out a sex scene I'm working on involving a professor and a college student."
Good point. But why erotica? How'd you get started doing that?
Well, I was like most people, I suppose, occasionally reading erotica online. Believe me, there's a lot of online erotica which isn't worth the electrons which bring it to the web browser. But there are some real gems out there hidden amongst the general stuff online.
So you were reading erotica online, but what prompted you to write erotica yourself?
I started because I found a story online which I thought had a great concept but terrible execution. The grammar was absolutely awful. The spelling errors were so bad that I truly wondered if the writer was even literate. But the premise of that story was interesting and I thought I'd try it myself. I showed it to a few very trusted friends and they liked it, so I wrote a few more stories and showed them to trusted people, and they liked what I wrote. So it just really escalated from there.
Wow. So how many stories have you written?
Probably about 200 stories in the past 5 years or so.
That's incredible. Well, keeping in mind that this is a family show, what types of things do you write about?
Sex, of course, but that can take on a number of different flavors. Individuals, pairings of various sexual orientation, threesomes, groups. Locations can be secluded beaches, college dorm rooms, spaceships, sports arenas, prisons, forests, medieval dungeons. Magic, plants having their way with humans, even shape-shifting aliens. There's really a lot of potential ground to be covered in erotica.
Apparently so. Wow. Well, we need to take another commercial break, but when we return, we'll switch gears back to Gary's new book being released tomorrow on the history of Iowa in national politics. Don't go away.